We got our first look at the new iPhone yesterday. So Apple fans may be trying to figure out, can I afford to buy it? Simply Money's Amy Wagner is here with some advice. We say that because the cost of it, $999.
I keep reminding people these phones start at $999. So depending on how much memory you want, things like that, you could be paying much more than that. Now, we all know that techie person, that Apple fanboy, fangirl who's going to be the first in line to get it.
Sure.
And there are some really cool features about this phone. The edge-to-edge screen, the facial recognition technology, so you can just open your phone or use Apple Pay, and wireless charging. That would make life probably a little easier. But let's go back to that $1,000 plus price tag. You need to look at the current phone that you have and ask yourself, is it meeting my needs? You know, you were just making the point that as a dad, what do you need to do? You need to make phone calls, you need to text, and sometimes have internet access and maybe snap a picture of your kids. If that's what you use your phone for, that $1,000 might be kind of difficult to think about spending for this. The Simply Money point on all of this is, okay, if you've got money to spare, great, if this is what you want, but here's some other things that we want you to think about that you could be doing with this money. First of all, do you have high interest credit card debt? Putting $1,000 toward that credit card debt, you're going to be paying off interest. Not only that, it's going to affect your credit score.
Sure.
Your credit score is made up of something called a credit utilization ratio, which means how much credit is available to you and how much are you using. You improve that ratio, your credit score goes up, and the cost of you in the future to borrow money for loans is going to be much less. So that $1,000 is really going to work hard for you. That's something to really think about. Now, do you have an emergency fund?
Yeah.
I mean, that is something that's necessary. We all have that medical bill that comes, or that car, you know, the car repair that needs to be done. A lot of people just put it on their credit card, or maybe they rob an IRA or a retirement account. Took that $1,000 toward an emergency fund, and it's really going to work for you if you have an issue. Speaking of retirement accounts, what about putting that $1,000 into an IRA and letting it compound? Or the holidays are right around the corner, maybe a family vacation. You just have to think through all the ways that that $1,000 could really work for you. If you think through all of that and that iPhone still makes the most sense, go for it. But if you could put that money toward debt or something that's really going to make a difference for you long term, that's probably your smartest move.
Well, the fiscally conservative guy that I am, Amy's looking at me and I'm going, preach. Preach, because those all make sense.
They do.
And it's just good to keep in mind moving down the pipe.
Now, another thing to keep in mind, because I think you might need a new phone.
Yeah.
Your screen is cracked, but you can get, it's been cracked for a while, but you can get like an iPhone 6 or 7 at a cheaper price now that this one is coming out. So look for, and what we looked at was last year when the 7 came out, 6 prices dropped $100 pretty quickly within a few weeks, and then over the course of a few months, another $50. So if you want a new iPhone, but maybe you don't want to pay that $1,000, you can look at getting maybe one of the older models that still does that works well.
Without a cracked screen.
Without a cracked screen and a $1,000 price tag.
Absolutely.